By the late 1990s, Porsche, a name synonymous with luxury and speed, was on the brink of collapse. The company had huge debts, falling sales, and an aging lineup that no one wanted. The 928 and 968 were failing in the market, and even the new Boxster wasn't enough to turn the tide. Every investor, every executive, and almost every fan thought Porsche was finished. But then, one bold decision changed everything. Porsche was facing a nightmare. Their flagship, the 928, was bleeding money, too expensive to build, too outdated to sell. The 968 was barely keeping up, and the new Boxster, their last hope, was still unproven. Factories sat half empty, engineers scrambled to make every project profitable, and investors were losing faith fast. Rumors of bankruptcy spread across Europe, threatening to destroy one of the most iconic names in automotive history. Porsche wasn't just struggling to make cars. It was fighting to survive. Every decision mattered. One wrong move, one failed launch, and decades of reputation could vanish overnight. The world was watching. Could Porsche turn the tide, or was this truly the end? Amid the chaos, Porsche's leadership faced a choice that would determine the company's future. Every option seemed risky, every path uncertain. But there was one idea, bold, unconventional, and controversial, that could pull them back from the edge. The decision? Porsche would create a new sports car designed not just to save the company, but to redefine it. That car would become the Boxster, a mid-engine roadster that was affordable enough to attract new buyers, yet carried the unmistakable Porsche DNA. It wasn't easy. The company had limited cash, the market was skeptical, and every engineer knew a single misstep could be catastrophic. But the leadership took a gamble, investing in innovation instead of cutting corners, daring to launch a car that could either fail spectacularly or save Porsche entirely. This was more than a car. It was a lifeline, a bet on the company's survival, and it was a risk so high that only Porsche could pull it off. When the Boxster finally hit the market, everyone held their breath. Critics were skeptical, loyal Porsche fans were nervous, and the company's survival hung in the balance. Would buyers embrace this new, more affordable Porsche, or would it crash like every other attempt in the 90s? The first months were tense. Showrooms reported slow traffic, early reviews were mixed, and the world seemed ready to declare Porsche's gamble a failure. But something surprising happened. People loved it. The Boxster captured hearts with its mid-engine layout, precise handling, and unmistakable Porsche spirit. Suddenly, the tide turned. Sales began climbing. Investors regained confidence. Factories roared back to life. The Boxster didn't just save Porsche financially. It redefined the brand, attracting a new generation of buyers and proving that innovation, even in a desperate moment, could pay off. Porsche had done the impossible. They turned near bankruptcy into the foundation for a new era of success. The success of the Boxster didn't just save Porsche for a few years. It reshaped the company forever. With renewed cash flow and investor confidence, Porsche was able to launch a wave of new models. The 911 series continued to thrive. The Cayenne entered the SUV market, and the Panamera broadened the brand's reach. But the bigger lesson wasn't just financial. Porsche proved that taking calculated risks, even when the odds are stacked against you, can turn near collapse into unstoppable growth. They showed the industry that innovation isn't just about flashy technology. It's about understanding the market, knowing your strengths, and daring to invest in what others might see as too risky. Today, Porsche is a symbol of resilience and strategic brilliance. Every Porsche on the road carries the DNA of that one decision, the gamble that almost no one believed would work. And it's a reminder that sometimes the choice that scares you the most is the one that defines your legacy. So there it is. One bold, daring decision saved Porsche from the brink of bankruptcy and changed the course of automotive history forever. The Boxster wasn't just a car, it was a lifeline, a gamble that turned near collapse into a legacy. Next time you see a Porsche on the road, remember, every curve, every engine, every model carries the DNA of that decision, proof that risk, when taken wisely, can create legends.